Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Sweet Protection Promuter commuting cycling helmet. Sweet Protection markets their Promuter MIPS helmet as the helmet for everyone who is in on the secret that a bike is the best way to get around. Designed for commuting in mind, the Promuter combines a number of modern safety features, the rear LED to keep you visible at night. In terms of packaging, you have a standard cardboard helmet box with this nice little triangular cutout that lets you see the actual helmet. We have the medium variation and the Bronco white color. And you have basic information printed on the box itself and the MIPS logo and Sweet Protection logo right on top. So let's go ahead and take it out of the box and go over the specs. So retail price on this is $199.95. It is their top of the line commuting style helmet. They also have a commuting version of this that's just called the commuting. This is NTA 8776 certified, so it's actually e-bike certified, so it can withstand higher speed impacts, which is really cool. It meets or exceeds the US, UK, and EU standards, so a very safe helmet all the way around. You have a MIPS Air inner liner, which protects you for rotational impacts. Closable vents on the front and rear, which is a pretty cool feature to see on a cycling helmet. And you have a 360-degree fit system, which is this nice dial design. It's also ponytail adjustable, and this can move upward and downward with a simple adjustment. You have a removable rear LED that's surrounded by this reflective sticker. So you can pop this off, recharge it, and you can see it has multiple LEDs inside. So it keeps you visible. And then in terms of what comes with it, obviously you get the helmet, you get a little card that explains MIPS technology. You get some replacement pads. So they're all just Velcroed on, so you can swap these out over time, as well as a USB-C charging cable, which is really nice to have to charge the rear light. Now let's take a look at the weight of the helmet. Again, we have the North America medium variation here. So if we put that on the scale, it comes in at 416. What's interesting is that Sweet Protection actually prints the claimed weight on here as well, which is actually 420, so a little bit lighter than claimed. Although Promuter is a little bit cheesy for a urban cycling helmet name, Sweet Protection has done their homework. You can see it's a very stylish and sleek helmet with a lot of modern safety features that you don't typically see at these price points or for urban helmets specifically. As an urban style helmet, you can see the profile is more dome-like. So unlike a road cycling helmet, which would be more shallow, this is deeper, gives you more coverage on the rear of your head, and also has that rear LED and reflective elements built into it. It is a two-piece shell. You can see very smooth, and this is what's really nice about premium helmets. Fully finished on the edge, so all the way around. You don't have any exposed foam. So it'll last longer, and it's more durable. There's also an extra thick shell, so it's designed to work for commuting or some day-to-day use where it could take a lot of abuse. You have Sweet Protection and this almost holographic print on the side. And then the model name and the weight actually printed on here, which is a little bit unusual. Sweet Protection offers this in a number of colors. You have matte red, matte black, and what they call Bronco white, which is what we have here. It doesn't really look white to me. It almost looks a little bit light green. So a pretty attractive color, not something you typically see. In terms of venting, you really only have two vents. So you have this front vent, and these are actually closable, which is pretty cool. Although the vents are very small, so you don't really feel the difference, but it's nice that they're there. And then on the rear, you have a matching one that does the same open and close action. On the rear with the Promuter, you get this nice removable LED, so super compact, USB-C charging port on the bottom, so easy to charge. And then it's surrounded by this reflective graphic, so it keeps you visible even when the light's off. With the light on, it's not particularly bright, but you have 3 different modes, and it's a single press to cycle through, and then back to off. But a nice feature, and you can see with this curved design, you can see it even at a side angle. On the inside of the helmet, you have their 360 fit system, so it's a dial system with an adjustable height mechanism. You just pull up and down on that. You have a Fidlock premium buckle, so it's magnetic. So pretty simple design. You get it close and then pop it into place. Makes it really easy to take the buckle on or off with one hand. And then you have these nice wide straps. Something I really like about Sweet Protection. You can see these side straps are very wide so they feel comfortable. And then this has a nice padded feel to it. And it prevents this again from twisted up. So you can see it's almost impossible for it to get twisted. On the inside you have MIPS Air. So this is what MIPS calls their air nodes. So each of these connects the liner to the shell. So it's a nice integrated design, and you can see it gives you a lot of rotational impact. And you have the fully replaceable vents here, the replaceable pads that are just Velcroed on. So you just pull them off and you can swap it out. You can see not a lot of ventilation here, but these vents do have little air channels that connect the front to the rear and help get air through it. You also have these little indentations here that help air get through the front of the helmet and through the back. But as an urban helmet, this is not super ventilated, so in warmer climates, you're going to want probably a different helmet. But for cooler climates, it's really nice to have this option to open and close the vents. The taillight offers 3 different modes. You have a constant mode, you have a flash mode, and then you have a slower flash mode. With all the modes, it's not particularly bright, and they have about an hour or 2 of runtime depending on which one you choose. It is a nice supplement to a normal headlight and taillight setup though, so it's nice that it's there and it's easy to recharge. It is fairly narrow too, so you can't really see it from side angle, so again, make sure to use your normal headlight and taillight combination and just use this as an extra light. The helmet itself is really comfortable. It's an attractive design, that matte finish, fully finished lip, and easy to adjust, so you can adjust the cradle on the back with the dial. And then the side straps are nice and flat and comfortable. So a really comfortable helmet and fairly lightweight for an urban helmet. Obviously ventilation on this helmet is limited, so if you're in a really hot climate or you want to do longer rides, this is not the helmet for you. But if you're commuting or somewhere colder, it's a nice helmet, and the opening and closing vents really didn't do much, at least for us. I feel like they're a little too small, so I wish Sweet Protection would have made it a little bit larger. But otherwise, a nice urban commuter style helmet. Now let's compare the Promuter with other urban cycling helmets. We have the Lazer CityZen. It's an under $100 helmet, so very affordable. You have fake vents actually, so you can see the cutout in the shell, just exposed foam. A little bit odd, kind of stylized choice, but you do have a U vent on the front, and then vents on the rear. You can get a optional rear taillight, so it attaches to this little slot, rotates in and locks in place. And you can see very similar in profile to the Promuter, but being more affordable, you have a lot more exposed foam, unfinished edges on the bottom, so less durable. You'll start to see edge scratches or dents if you drop the helmet. And you don't have the nicely integrated taillight like you do as a Promuter. You also don't get the MIPS Air. Instead, you get their KinetiCore technology, so it's little crumple zones, which is pretty cool. So these will actually crumple in case of an accident and help you with that rotational impact. But definitely more affordable, and you can feel it. It is a fairly heavy helmet and obviously less venting and less features. One sort of high-end helmet is the Unit 1 Faro. So you can see very similar design, almost looks more like a moped helmet. Minimal vents on top, just these 2 slots. But it has a lot of output with the light. So you have the hidden light here, a full app to customize everything. But this is very heavy, so all these electronics and batteries means your 500 lumens for this light setup really weighs you down. So one big downside, but looks really cool. I really like the fireworks effect on the back. And again, the color, nice premium color choice, a similar matte design with a big front light as well. But definitely more expensive and heavy. On the other side of the market is the XNITO. So it also is NTA 8776 certified, so it is certified for e-bike use. More vents. It's fairly lightweight, even though it has a front and rear light. And you can see they're well integrated, they're kind of cut out. Not bad amount of venting compared to the Promuter, but it does lack MIPS. So the inside is just standard foam, a little cut out so you don't have these deep channels like you do with the Promuter. But it does have a finished edge, reflective straps, and it does have the Fidlock too. So you can see very similar. Get it close, and it'll lock into place. So with the Promuter, you get some more advanced features, and you do get that opening and closing vent, which is kind of a cool feature, along with MIPS and that reflective rear with the taillight. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Promuter helmet. What we like about it is that it has the NTA 8776 certification, which means it's designed for higher speed impacts, which gives you a little peace of mind, especially when you're riding around cars or you have an e-bike. You also have premium features such as the Fidlock buckle and the fully finished shell, so it really has an attractive design. It also has a comfortable and adjustable dial system, so you can really dial in the fit and not have any discomfort while you're riding. Some of the cons for the helmet is the fact they do have a premium price. It's pretty expensive for an urban helmet. It also has a narrow rear light, which means you have limited visibility at some side angles. And finally, the small vents do limit the airflow through the helmet, so if you're in a warmer climate, this wouldn't be the helmet for you. Taking everything into account, we give the Promuter an 8.6 out of 10. It's a nice urban helmet with a lot of premium features. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.